session. Though it is after lunch break, we have a great personality. So I would like to introduce him. He was working in Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune, uh, for 30 years at the Department of Chemistry, and later he joined as a Vice Chancellor in the North Maharashtra University. He has a wide experience of having 40 years of teaching experience with 130, more than 130 research papers in the national international journal, and 150 national and international seminars attended, workshop, symposia. Dr. Mari held the position of the chairperson of NAAC peer team, and he has visited lot many colleges and universities as a accreditor. He was also visitors nominee and chairperson of search committee for recommendation of names of suitable persons of Honorable President of India and Honorable Vice Chancellor of State Universities for appointment of Vice Chancellors there. He has also worked as a chairperson of fee fixation committee of the various state universities. At present, he is the mentor of quality cell of Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune, and uh, in his tenure, Savitribai Phule was accredited by NAAC with A plus grade. With these words, I would like to ask Professor Mari to start his session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hello. Thank you, sir, for your kind introduction. It's a great pleasure for me. Hello. Principal Sinde for giving me the opportunity to discuss with you about new education policy and the role of NAAC accreditation of colleges. So today I will discuss about the importance of NAAC accreditation, because why it is necessary for implementation of national education policy. And today I would like to discuss the following points: national education policy, challenges and opportunity for stakeholders. Next is growth of higher educational institutions in India, because how we have to face problems in implementation here. Then efforts taken by UGC for quality improvement, because all these things, national education policy has come up to improve the quality of education in general and even at academic and research level also. Then national accreditation agencies, because what are the agencies? Because these are necessary for getting autonomy to the colleges. So either the college should be NAAC accredited having A grade, or NBA accredited if it is a professional colleges. Both are considered for autonomy. Then NAAC accreditation and its implementation, because in this case, why accreditation is necessary? Because all institutions will be autonomous. UGC, in fact, has made it mandatory since 2012. And recently, in 2018, they had mentioned that all colleges should get accredited by 2022 and with minimum CGPA of 2.50. I was under the impression that they had mentioned 2.5 because the eligibility criteria for autonomy, they might change. But last year, in October 2022, UGC has revised the guidelines for autonomy, and still eligibility criteria, they have kept it as 3.01, that is A grade. So I was thinking that they may reduce it, but they have not done it. Currently, the status of accreditation, I will again discuss with you, and then the current status of autonomous colleges, and what are the efforts again taken by UGC for improving the number of NAAC accredited colleges, and that scheme was Paramar scheme. Then revised guidelines of NAAC, especially for affiliated colleges. I would like to show some importance of this and how NAAC has made the SSR format user friendly, especially for colleges which are affiliated. Then revised guidelines for autonomous colleges and universities. Yeah. National education policy, you are aware of it because how it started, because it started initially in 2012 10, and since that time several committees, especially TR Subramaniam committee was appointed, then Kasturi Rangan committee, and finally it was accepted, and now we have to implement it from next year. So opportunities through National Education Policy 2020, because what will be the benefits here? The purpose of this is to develop intellectual, aesthetic, social, physical, emotional, ethical, moral facets of an individual, especially for students. Because in this case, all activities are student-centric activities. So we have to build all-round development of the student, and we have to provide good infrastructural facilities also, so our students they will become good citizens. To enhance the focus on flexible education, because initially our education system was compartmentalized, say separation. There was no opportunity to go from one faculty to another faculty, but here also there will be some flexibility in this case. Second thing is about research and development, innovation and incubation. So the research, awareness about research, it is from the first year itself, first year, second year, third year. Then in fourth year, there is more component, major component for research also. So here, this 4 year degree course, it is taken care of from the first year itself. Enhancing the performance of higher education institutions, especially in teaching, learning, research to a greater height, because all our education institute they are involved in teaching, research, and learning also. But in this case, to improve, because there also, what are the measures we have to take it, especially the stakeholders working in this field. Transformation of existing higher education institutions into degree awarding multidisciplinary autonomous institutions by 2035. This is a long process, but still we have to initiate the steps also, and we have to continue all these things. Higher education institutions, as per NEP 2020, all universities will be converted into large multidisciplinary universities having more than 3,000. So that 3,000 students should be there in universities and even in college also, which is a multidisciplinary college. All higher education institutes, such as colleges and recognized institutions, will be consolidated into large number of autonomous multidisciplinary institutions, and all higher education institutions either they have to form a cluster if it is not possible for them to convert themselves into a multidisciplinary, because in this case the other criteria is 3,000 students. So even if the college is multidisciplinary having say art, science, commerce faculty, but the student strength is less than 3,000, again they will have to form a cluster with other institutes so that the number of students will be more than 3,000. The aim to have more than 3,000 students, which becomes difficult, because now you see, as per ISHA report 2020-21, there are 43,796 colleges, and out of them about 4% colleges are having more than 3,000 students. So only say 1,700 or 8,000 or maximum 2,000 colleges will become eligible under that multidisciplinary category, because they are having more than 3,000 students. University will mean, because what will happen is after implementation of this, university will mean a multidisciplinary institution of higher learning that offers UG, PG programs with high quality teaching, research, and community engagement. The definition of university will allow the spectrum of institutions that range from different types of university, because university currently now they would like to classify it, but the current universities, then the other one will be autonomous degree awarding institutions which are having multidisciplinary status. So what will be the different types of institutions as per NEP 2020 will be research intensive university, but that should be multidisciplinary. Now we have several universities which are having a single discipline. In this case, like some technical universities, Law and medical universities, they are separate. They will not be merged into any other thing. But some technical universities and other universities, they will have to form multidisciplinary and having more than 3,000. Second will be teaching intensive universities. Only point in this case is now we have 1,113 different types of universities. And under this, again, there will be private central universities. We will see. But all these universities, they should have minimum 3,000 students. Next is there will be only one type of university and no more deemed university, private, open, and university. So all universities, they have to get converted into multidisciplinary universities. Standalone technical universities will aim to become multidisciplinary institutions because they again they will have to start some other courses. If they are technical universities, they will have to start courses in arts, then humanities, social sciences, so that it will be easy for the student to select from the broader options available there. There will be a possibility of converting because as it is mentioned there, research intensive university and teaching intensive university. But once some university is categorized as a teaching intensive university, there will be a possibility of converting teaching into research, or some research university, if they want to go back to teaching, that possibility also will be there for university. If you look at the salient features of national education policy, all of you are aware, and maybe in the earlier two lectures also you might have listened to the resource person and they might have discussed. Undergraduate programs will be either 3 or 4 years because this multiple entry, multiple exit, the student they can leave after 3 years, they will get a degree. So you will have two types of degrees, 3 year degree and a 4 year degree. Then this multiple exit, multiple entry, the student, if he has some opportunity to have some job after 1 year, the student will be eligible to get a certificate, after 2 years a diploma, after 3 years a bachelor degree. But after completion of 4 years, bachelor degree with honors and research again. But the student, for getting a certificate or a diploma, the student we will have to carry out a 4 credit course in the immediate summer vacation of 8 weeks duration, and that will be of 4 credit. The student will have major and minor components because here also in major also there will be good opportunities for selection, minor also there will be good opportunity for them, and flexibility because currently also we are having, say in arts faculty we have several possibilities. Say principal subject may be history, geography, economics, politics, and other ones. Similarly, for science also chemistry, physics, botany, zoology, and any other. So like that, flexibility will be there. So with minor and major, as we were having say different combination, say chemistry major, physics and botany minor, or physics and mathematics minor. So like that, again we will have similar things also, so that student will have depending upon the college, the facilities available there, they will have to prepare the subject combination so that the student they can check it. And there will be really a choice based credit system. Nowadays we are having choice based credit system. It is just for the sake of name because choice based, we are not giving any choices, but in future the student they will offer some choice and they will get the facility. The student will be able to avail the facility of academic bank of credit. And in this case, the point is they will have to register with academic bank of credit, and even the institutions also they will have to register with academic bank of credit. And then only whatever institute they register under academic bank of credit and the student whosoever registers it, there will be a possibility for the credit storage and transferring this credit to this one. Another point is so once the student completes either a 3 year or a 4 year graduation, depending upon his graduation period, 3 year or 4 year, if the graduation is 4 years, then student he will have to complete 1 year post graduation, or if it is 3 years, then 2 years post graduation. And again, it depends upon what are the eligibility criteria for fourth year. The student can join research degree after completion of 4 year honors research degree if he secures overall 7.5, so 75% marks in all the 4 years, credit system will be available from the UG we have seen, and it is mentioned that there will not be any MPhil degree because nowadays there is no use, because MPhil degree was considering for getting admission to PhD directly without appearing for paid. Focus More focus on student in practical and application knowledge, because now several times it was mentioned that the engineering graduate, they are not, maybe maximum 20% engineering graduates are employable, and the problem they were facing because of the practical approaches, they were not carrying out practical. So therefore now major emphasis is given on practical applications also along with the theory. Then regular 2 year B.Ed degree course will be discontinued, and they would like to have a 4 year, and that 4 year, that will be sort of integrated, means BA B.Ed or BSc B.Ed, and that will have some possibility. But by 2030, the minimum qualification for teachers in school will be a 4 year B.Ed degree. But additional, they have mentioned that a 4 year degree course we can have, but again it will be continued that 2 year degree course. If the institute starts a 4 year degree course, they will be allowed to continue a 2 year B.Ed degree course also, because several of our earlier graduates, they have completed graduation, say BSc or B.Ed. It will be possible for them to again complete the B.Ed, and they will be equivalent to a 4 year degree course that will have. Another point in this case is by 2035, all colleges after accreditation will become multidisciplinary institutions having autonomy and degree awarding status. So therefore, in this case, that accreditation is a must. It is not immediate, because immediately from next year, by 23-24, we have to start that 4 year degree course. And again, depending upon the availability of number of students, whether it is multidisciplinary, the institutes may be classified under multidisciplinary institution. Otherwise, the institutions, they will have to form a cluster of higher education institution to get a multidisciplinary status. So affiliation system will be abolished, but it will continue till 2035, and after that there will be a graded autonomy to all colleges through a transparent mechanism, because in this case either a direct autonomy by using a regular procedure, because autonomy now, again UGC has revised the guidelines also, and they have made it very simple, and without the UGC team visiting the colleges, our proposals will be considered by UGC standing committee, and the colleges directly they will be given the autonomous status, or if there is some problem, maybe they can submit the proposal after 1 year also. So by 2025, it is mentioned in the guidelines NEP that no university will have more than 300 affiliated colleges. And now there are about 40 universities which are having more than 300 colleges. So therefore, the mechanism should be developed how to classify, or the universities, especially the state government, they will have to take a decision by either bifurcation or trifurcation depending upon the number of colleges affiliated to this. And no university should have, but I don't know now, no government has taken any steps in bifurcation of the universities so that the university will have less than 300 colleges. By 2040, 100% all higher education institutions will become degree awarding multidisciplinary institutions, and then they will have separate existence. But till that time, they will be again affiliated to university. Even if it is mentioned that affiliation system will be abolished, that will be completely abolished after 2040, because till that time, this thing, the multidisciplinary institution or a cluster of institutions, it will be again affiliated to university, the parent university. So for multidisciplinary, the colleges, they have to submit proposal to university so that again they will be considered as multidisciplinary, or after formation of the cluster also, they will have to get affiliation from the university as a cluster of colleges till 2035 or 40. After that, they will have a separate existence for this one also. Then in this case, the more emphasis is given, say curriculum in all subjects will be reduced. The point in this case is we will have major, minor, and interdisciplinary courses. So in major, it is mentioned that out of say 120 credits for 3 years, minimum 50%, so 60 credits, the student has to undergo for 3-year degree course under major. Minor will be about 24 credits also. And in addition to that, multidisciplinary courses they will have to undergo, that is about for 9 credits. So after this, again, there will be some enhancing, say skill enhancement courses also, because in this case, additional some 25 credit courses will be there for the students also. So as these additional courses are added, then there is less burden of the major subjects in this case, and the student will have it. Another thing is there will be a focus on critical thinking, because up to now our examination system is sort of mugging up. Our questions also we set in such a way so that we just like to know how much the student they have mugged up and other things. But in this case, now our examination system, there will be reforms in examination, setting up question paper again, so that it will be based on critical thinking. We have to identify whether the student has really understood it and whether he is having eligibility for that critique, or discovery also, then discussion and teaching based again, so analysis and then holistic learning. Another thing is focus on e-learning to reduce dependence on textbook, because there also we can have some online courses and other one, so that again there will not be much problem about the textbooks also. One point is mentioned in national education policy, that the current budget provision for higher education, it is about 1.7%, and it was mentioned that it will be increased to about 6%. But since last 2 years there is no improvement, this it is still less than 2% also. So therefore this factor should be really considered if the national education policy is implemented properly, and if it is visualized that there should be quality improvement in teaching research, naturally there must be funding available to the colleges and other ones. The aim to achieve 100% youth and adult literacy, that also it may be possible. Then another point was about gross enrollment ratio. The gross enrollment ratio is 27.3 as per ICA report 2021, which it is planned to have 50%. So in this case, what happens if you consider our ICA report 1920 and 2021? 1920, the gross enrollment ratio was 27.1. It is improved to 27.3 by increasing 28 lakhs of students in higher education. Challenges in implementation of national education policy will be, as we have seen, that now consolidation of large number of higher educational institutions into autonomous multidisciplinary institutions having degree awarding status. I told you that different types of institutions, and again I will give you the figures also how difficult it is. Classification of existing university into research and teaching intensive university, because the guideline has to be properly framed. Now, for introduction of a 4-year degree course, now university is planning to have guidelines. Maharashtra government has appointed 3 committees. The first committee was appointed by of Dr. Mashelkar. He has prepared some guidelines. Then again, 2 more committees were appointed. One under the chairmanship of R.D. Kulkarni, former Pro Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University, then current Vice Chancellor of SNDT University, 2 committees. And again, now third committee is appointed under the chairmanship of Dr. Karmarkar, our former Vice Chancellor, because they will have to frame. Because in this case, if you want to implement that 4-year degree course from 2023-24, at least the university they have to prepare the proper format, major courses, minor courses, their subject combinations, because there will be 3 different types of degree: major degree, double major, then single major, then in multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary degrees and other ones. So all this, because it should be made clear, and especially the syllabus. And if it is the guidelines are prepared at least by this month end, then it will be easy for the university at least to prepare the syllabus so that the colleges they can implement the curriculum developed by the university. Then upgrading existing single faculty universities, because there are large number of single faculty universities into this one, into multidisciplinary. Autonomous status is necessary for converting colleges into multidisciplinary, because that will be by 2035, but till that time autonomous. And I will give you the figure how that NAAC accreditation and even the NAAC grades awarded to autonomous college also, they are also facing problems. So what about our not accredited colleges, and even if they are accredited, whether they will get A grade? But I have some figures, I will give you the information regarding NAAC accreditation. So NAAC accreditation with minimum A grade, it is necessary as per the revised UGC guidelines. Now let us see, because how difficult it will be for proper implementation of national education policy. So you see the picture I have given here in around 1950, because initially in 1857 there were only three universities established, but after that till 1950 we had 20 universities, 500 colleges, and the number of students taking higher education was just 2,50,000. But if you look at the IC report 2021, now we have 1,113 universities. Before that, it was just 1043. So there is increase of about 70 universities. Similarly, we have different types, central university, state public university, but we have to consider about our state public universities, then private university. Cluster universities, again, the colleges, they can be a part of cluster. So the colleges here, if you look at it now, the number is increased from 42,343 to 43,796. So there is again about increase of 15,000. The number of students has also increased. Last time it was 3 crore 85 lakh. Now it is 4 crore 13 lakhs. So about 28 lakhs increase in 1 year. So like that, if the number increases through our proper education or even ODL also, then we can go up to that 50 is gross enrollment ratio as it is visualized in national education policy. If you look at this one, the number of universities here, different types. But again, colleges and university, unless they are having 12B status, they will not be eligible for receiving grants from UGC, and again in future maybe from RUSA or NRF funding agency also. So here, this is just a summary, because where again we will have a problem, because we have say 307 affiliating university, and these are having various numbers of colleges again. But if you look at it, our 43% universities, they are located in rural areas. So there will be a problem for them to getting large number of students, more than 3,000 students also. Similarly, 61% colleges are located in rural areas, and they will again have face a problem. Our colleges, we are aware that we have government colleges and the colleges run by private institutions. For our example, our Karmavir Kaka Sahib college now, Pimpalgaon Baswant, this is again privately managed by private management. So privately management colleges about 78.6, so almost 79%, and of them 65% colleges are unaided and only 14% colleges are grant in aid. So therefore, to create infrastructural facilities in these unaided colleges will be a problem. So therefore, for proper implementation of NEP, that 4-year course, because it will require say infrastructural facilities and other one, that will have a problem. About 33% of the colleges, they run single faculty like pharmacy or engineering and several other. The other major problem is about 16 to 17% colleges are having less than 100 students. So merging of these colleges will have to have cluster formation. So for cluster, there may be more than some 5-6 colleges, and there will be several problems again in merging or clustering these colleges also. gross enrollment ratio we have seen. The number of students from foreign countries last time, say 1819, 1920, it was 49,000 and something number, 49,000 plus. But now it has gone down to 48,000 even at national level. Only thing is plus sign is number of teachers it has increased from 15.3 to 15.5 this year. Colleges, I told you that this university they will face a problem because 39 universities they are having less, more than say 300 colleges. Other universities they will have to merge into. What are the different types of colleges? Because in this case, for implementing this 4-year degree course, we have different types of colleges. Constituent and conducted colleges, these are part of university. So there won't be any problem for them because infrastructure will be created by the university. But we have a problem for affiliated colleges because in affiliated, we have permanently or temporary affiliated, but in this affiliated, we have government colleges, grant in aid colleges, and self-finance colleges. In self-finance colleges, if it is professional colleges, they may not have much problem because for professional colleges, they have the authority to decide their fees, and their fees are decided on the basis of total expenditure, considering the salaries paid to all the teaching, non-teaching staff, infrastructure development, and everything. In addition to that, 10% development grant. So there won't be any problem, but problem will be for non-professional colleges which are having problem because in this case they, if they are non-granted colleges, then creation of infrastructure facilities will be a major challenge for them. Recognized institutions also will have similar, but if recognized institutions are professional, there won't be much problem for them. Yeah. So this I have told you that this UGC, if the college wants to have 12B status, up till now for eligibility there was no mention of NAAC accreditation. But now they have revised the guidelines. Unless the college is NAAC accredited, it will not be considered for 12B status. So therefore, this is again necessary for NAAC accreditation. As it is necessary for conversion of college into multidisciplinary, again for introducing new courses, new program, because here the college, if it is having less than 3,000 students, and if they want to increase the number of students by adding more program, say if it is BSc, they want to introduce other courses, then again, unless the college is NAAC accredited, as per our Maharashtra Public Universities Act, Section 109, it will not be possible for them unless they are accredited. Similarly, the other things are also there for 12B. So one thing is NAAC accreditation. Secondly, I have mentioned that we have NBA accreditation also, so that the colleges they will become eligible for this. Now, if you look at it, say a ranking, because they insist again, NAAC and UGC also, that the colleges and universities they should submit the proposal for NIRF ranking, National Institutional Ranking Framework. But if you see that ranking, NIRF ranking is one side and NAAC accreditation is another side. So if you look at this transparency here or this slide, I have mentioned about 12 universities. So 1 to 10 university, and on right hand side, the NAAC accreditation CGPA I have mentioned. Indian Institute of Science, CGPA, it is A double plus, but CGPA 3.67. Next is Jawaharlal University. It is second in NIRF ranking, but CGPA is higher than Indian Institute of Science. Jamia Millia Islamia is having A double plus, but 3.61. So like that, it doesn't match. So there are again problem which should be considered, another one. NBA accreditation, I have told you that we will have for this one. National Assessment Accreditation Council, the current figures are, say, now total out of 1,113 universities, 406 are accredited, autonomous colleges out of 894. In re-accreditation, 146 are again re-accredited. Colleges out of 43,796, up to June 2022, 8,686 colleges, maybe now 9,000 or 10,000. But out of 43,000, only 10,000 colleges. So maybe just maximum 20% colleges or 25% colleges are accredited. So therefore, there is a long way that all colleges, they will have to undergo NAAC accreditation. To improve the number of NAAC accreditation, NAAC has introduced that Paramar scheme in 2019, and this Paramar, they has identified some colleges and university as mentor to mentoring other colleges for this one. NAAC accreditation status, if you look at it, because the NAAC, they revise their SSR format frequently. They had revised it in July 2017, and then the colleges were accredited after July 2017 till December 19. And again, from January 2020, they have revised the guideline, and now again they have revised for especially affiliated colleges in June 2022, and autonomous and affiliated colleges in February 2023. But if you look at this, say the colleges, say before 2017, about 58% universities they used to get A grade, but after July 2017, the number had reduced to 32. And after modification, because after 2017 they removed some of the matrices and they made it reasonably simple, and now it is increased to 51 as compared to earlier one in 2020 guideline. Similarly, for colleges, 21% colleges used to get A grade before 2017. It was reduced to 12%. Now it is improved to 25%. But again, there is increase in these figures if you consider it. Now I have prepared here a data for 2021 and 2022, because these recent guidelines they have used it, and now you see the colleges now in 2021, 21% colleges they were getting A grade. In 2022, that increased to 29%. So now overall it is 26% colleges they have got, and now total 1,511 colleges have been accredited. Of these, 26% they are having A grade. Similarly, for autonomous colleges, if you look at it, 146 colleges have been accredited between 2021 and 22. And of 1,146, 97 colleges are having A grade. And 66%. So 97 colleges are having A grade. That means again these colleges which have got say B grade, 37 colleges they have got B grade, and even 12 colleges they have got C grade. So autonomy means we consider that the colleges are having higher qualifications, educational, teaching, research, extension, but because of the earlier one it was facing problems. So therefore again our colleges they have to be very careful in improving the grade. If you consider the accreditation status at national level, I have seen, but at Maharashtra, we have 4,531 colleges, of which 1,845 are accredited. So that is about 41%, which is highest at national level. But if you look at the number of autonomous colleges, say now about 900, say 894 colleges have been accredited, but in Maharashtra, we have 144 colleges. So maximum colleges are in Tamil Nadu, 232, and the others are there. But in this case also, if you look at our universities in Maharashtra, out of that 144, Mumbai University is having maximum 56 colleges which are autonomous. Next is Savitribai Phule University, 31, Shivaji University, 13, then Rashtrasant Tukdoji Maharaj Nagpur University 13, and the others are having less than 6. So this is the picture. So therefore our colleges we have to improve, that colleges also should get accredited and autonomous. Paramar schemes I have mentioned that it was introduced to improve the number of colleges. So 167 universities were identified. They had adopted some 936 colleges, Menti colleges, and now the number might increase like this. So this is the grading system for NAAC we have seen here, but now they have made it reasonably simple. I will give you here the figure because how they have made simple in these cases. You see, distribution of matrices, I told you that they changed it 2017 and now 2023. So if you look at the picture here, criteria were 7 for all. Key indicators for universities 34, autonomous college 34 and colleges 32. But qualitative matrices, if you look at it, especially colleges we will see now, for colleges say it was initially 42 qualitative, 79 quantitative, the total was 121 qualitative and quantitative. Now it is reduced to 22 qualitative, 34 quantitative, the total is just 56. So instead of 121 it is 56. So therefore now the college, it has made it college friendly so that maximum number of colleges they can submit the proposal. Another thing is now, up till now, the grading criteria, it was not made known to the public because, for example, there were questions, say number of students, passing percentage of students. So what is the percentage to get maximum A, B, C, D grade or 1, 2, 3, 4 grade in that case? So now they have made it clear, if it is 90 to 100, then it is categorized as 4. So if the weightage is 20, so 20 multiplied by 4, it becomes 80. So like that, these are known. So now colleges, they can know their progress in last 3 years or 4 years so that they can try to improve it so that they can get the higher grade, or if it is close to A, means maybe 2.79 to 2.89 or so, there are chances for improving to A grade. So like that, they have made it user friendly. This is the picture again. I have made it very clear in this case. So 22 qualitative, 34 quantitative, and 56 here. So he see here. These weightages also in 32, what are the different things? Because in criteria 1, how many qualitative matrices are there? So criteria 1, say 2 matrix, then 4, 5, say total 22. So like that, these matrices, and it has become very easy so that we can, and these marking schemes are also there here and so. So unless the colleges are again accredited, then we have to see that by 2035, we will have to get all colleges accredited. So aim, after completing this, because we have to introduce this one, so aims of 4-year degree course here, because why it is having this one aim? The student they should have, because to equip the student with the capabilities in various fields, it is not compartmentalized. So students should have the knowledge of arts, humanities, language, natural science, social sciences, other one ethics also, soft skill, and other one communication skill, because it is taken care of in all these things. I have told you that the certificate, after 1 year certificate, 2-year diploma, bachelor's degree, but for say bachelor's degree, if he from bachelor's degree with honors. So if some student complete 4 years and if he has not taken a research component, that 12 credit course, then he will be awarded bachelor's degree with honor. But the student has completed 12 credit research component, then he will get bachelor's degree with honors and research. But only criteria is he has to secure 75% so that he will become eligible for direct PhD. Duration of master's degree we have seen whether it is 1 year or 2 years. Fourth year, because first 3-4 years again there will be major component, minor component, multidisciplinary, plus the students enhancing criteria. So all these things. Then UG degree in major, because what does it mean major degree? Major degree, there should be minimum 50 credit. So out of 120 for 3-year degree course, 60 should be from major component. Then the student will be awarded degree, for example, BSc in physics in a single major. If some student minimum 50% credits from major discipline for 4-year degree course, if it is 80, then he will be awarded BSc honors. If it is not with research, if he has not considered that 12 credit, then it will be without research, otherwise with research also. Then UG degree with double major, because in this case the thing is that the student has to secure minimum 40% credit from the second major. In earlier one, single major, it is out of 120, 60 for major and 24 for minor one. But in this case, for double major, he will have to have for 3-year course, instead of 24, it is 48. So for out of 120, again 48 for this one. And for 4-year course, it is 80%. So that is 64 credits. So like that, he will have to have this one. Then credit hours also, as usual, they have mentioned that number of credits, say 1 credit is equal to 15 weeks of teaching. Academic bank of credit, because this again, as I have told you that we will have to register it, the institutes has to register and the student also have to register it so that he can avail this one. So the mobility of credit between the registered institutions also. ABC platform is developed and now our institutes have registered, students also they have registered in this case also. But the point is that multiple exit, multiple entry and this mobility also, but they have made it very clear that the student they have to complete the course in 7 years. Creation of multidisciplinary institutions, I have told you that to convert single stream colleges into universities or multidisciplinary autonomous degree awarding colleges will be a challenge again. So if necessary, by forming the cluster I have told you, but in this case also, what will be the challenges? How to strengthen the facilities, that will be a challenge, because funds, there is no mention of fund, whether the funds will be provided to the colleges and universities also, at least for grant in aid colleges and other one. Challenges in merger of higher education institute to form cluster, because if the colleges are from different management, there will be a problem in this case. So that, for example, one, if all colleges, for example, our Nashik Jilla Maratha Vidya Prasarak, there are several colleges, so they can form various clusters and there will not be any problem. But if one college is run by one management and another by different management, so if one college is having A grade, other college is having B or C grade or not accredited, then there will be a problem and we will have to have. So one strong college and another weak college will be a problem. Then accreditation and re-accreditation also will be considered here in formation of all these things. So these challenges will be there in future. What are the advantages of all these things also? For example, once we form the cluster, so if one college is having B.Ed course and another college is having art faculty and science faculty, so after this academic collaboration they will have, so they can form a BA B.Ed course or BSc B.Ed course or even BSc MBA, BA MBA, BCom MBA, like that. So this will have, and what will happen is sharing, because now we have seen that we all colleges should be multidisciplinary and we have to implement 4-year degree course with several options. But if we form a cluster, 2 or 3 colleges, then sharing of infrastructural facilities will be there so that it will be easy for all colleges. So it is, if it is not possible for one college to improve the infrastructural facilities, especially building, laboratory, purchase of computer, if you share it through these academic collaborations, again it will be easy for them also. But in this case, all these things, because it will not be automatic, we will have to submit the proposal to the university. The proposal must be submitted to the university and the program need to be approved by academic council of the university. So academic council of the university will approve affiliation for the multidisciplinary institution or a cluster of colleges, that is again approved by academic council of the university. And in this one, again, for formation of a cluster, there should be some write-up, some mechanism. So memorandum of association should be there, so that they will have to prepare the colleges, because what sort of facilities should be provided regarding teaching faculty, sharing of teaching faculty from one institute to another. So either memorandum of association or memorandum of understanding between these one should be possible and theology. So cluster of colleges, as I have told you that from same management there won't be any problem. Multidisciplinary single faculty we can have possibility of making courses more dynamic because once you have this, so these are the advantages of formation of clusters also. Cluster must be run by charitable trust because it is mentioned that you cannot have one college. All colleges should be affiliated to the university when they form a cluster also. Similarly, the colleges should not be affiliated to different universities. For example, RAIT, they are having colleges in different universities also. So they will have to identify the colleges. So once they form this cluster of colleges, they will have a different management than board of governors, academic council, finance committee, and cluster as it is for other ones. So they will have a separate entity for cluster. They will have the possibility of pursuing two programs in cluster or multidisciplinary institution. So UGC has released again a draft guidelines in April 2022. The student, he can two full-time programs. The student can pursue two full-time programs in physical mode if the timing of one course does not overlap with the other one, or one full-time program in physical mode and other in ODL mode or online mode, or both in ODL mode. So like that we will have ODL and online degree or diploma shall be pursued only with such higher education institutions which are recognized by UGC and statutory council. Because you might have read that in South, there are some universities was facing problem because they introduced ODL courses but without permission of UGC. So UGC has not given permission and they had asked to cancel the admissions for this one. So guideline UGC we have to follow. So online courses, mode of conduct, and there are possibilities. We can have our 40% of courses under SWAYAM and MOOCs mode also that we will have here. Multidisciplinary, this is not concerned with us again, but another point it was mentioned in National Education Policy because they would like to have establishment of multidisciplinary education and research university like our ICERs, multidisciplinary, and this will be established to attain higher standard for education across India. The number of initiatives taken to ensure optimal learning environment. Another thing they have mentioned, the standard of Meru will be at par with IITs and IIM. Another thing they have mentioned is a model college at each level. So either Meru or a model college and one in each district. And in our country we have say 748 or 750. So even if government plans to establish some for 50 colleges or identify 50 colleges, it will take about 15 years to have all these things also. Second thing is National Research Foundation, because as I have told you, for creation of infrastructural facilities in colleges, again it will create a problem. So National Research Foundation, because they said that up till now there are several funding agencies, UGC, CSIR, DST, DBT, DAE. Instead of that, we can have only one funding agency for research. That is to catalyze and expand research innovation expansion, initiate the development. But the point in this case is this year's budget and last year's budget also, I don't know how much provision, but it should percolate and the colleges should get, then only it will be easy for them also. Another point is then regulations, it is mentioned in our national education policy because now UGC will not be there and AICT also will not be. So there will be a single overarching umbrella body for promotion of higher education, that is Higher Education Commission of India. So both will be merged and under this there will be four different umbrellas. General Education Council, that will be for setting the standards of the higher education institute. Then Higher Education Grants Council. So instead of University Grant Commission, there will be Higher Education Grants Council working under this HECI, Higher Education Commission, and they will provide. So I don't know what will happen. The National Accreditation Council. Now this National Assessment and Accreditation Council again will be abolished and this will be there. So again, now they are working on this and we'll have. You might have read in newspapers now that accreditation system, grading system, they want to revise it because now it is 7 point scale now. A plus, A double plus, B plus, B double plus, and C, 7 point. They want to have only a binary, accredited and not accredited. So if they implemented binary one, so colleges, all accredited colleges will become eligible for autonomy, then the problem will be solved for colleges also. Then last one will be Higher Education Regulatory Council for regulation, but this shall be established through the Act of Parliament. But I don't know whether the bill, till now it has not been passed. Then National Mission on Mentoring, because now our colleges are facing problem and they said that okay, then you can take help of some retired people available nearby or at other places also, so that you can create National Mission for Mentoring. Or the last one, they have mentioned professors of practice now. Say in several professional colleges, for example, say performing arts, then fine art, they are facing problem in getting the qualified teachers. So now in that case, they can appoint these professors of practice so that their problem can be solved. Now it will be outcome based, so that outcome based learning, and now in new guidelines also, that outcome based, there is one metric, it was for 45 marks, the outcome, course outcome, program specific outcome, and attainment 45, but they have divided into two. Outcomes 25 marks and attainment 20 marks. So that again, if colleges they do at least that outcome without attainment, they will get again at least 50% of it. So like this, that outcome based, and in our curriculum also, that 4 year degree course, it should be specified what is expected in the course, what is expected in program specifics, all these also should be there again. So friend, this successful implementation of this national education policy, we are aware of it because our only colleges are not responsible. Who are the responsible? At university level, they should prepare the format for UG PG programs, again the curriculum for UG PG, then skill development programs, what are they are considering also, then enhancement, skill enhancement programs also. Then NAAC accreditation. So universities again should convince the colleges also so that the NAAC accreditation will improve. All eligible colleges having A grade, they should be convinced again for autonomy so that that problem will be solved. Then choice-based credit system, they will have to improve. Academic bank of credit, and this one also, because students they have registered in Pune University, about 5.5 lakh students they have already registered with ABC. State government, they should fill the posts also, at least in sanctioned one. Then permission for new colleges, because as I have told you that as per Maharashtra Public University Act, it is difficult for the colleges, even if it is mandatory in new education policy, it will be difficult. So some provision should be made, act should be modified or amended. Then UGC level, as I told you that they will have to have identification of this one. At ministry level, we have seen that establishment of all these four councils, it should be there. So when it is implemented, and there will be again several problems for colleges, as I told you, colleges for implementing this 4 year degree course from next year, they will have to prepare their institutional development plan, because what are the options they are considering for major course, option for minor course, then multiplicity one, depending upon the facility available with them. And we have talked to government also, because it will not be immediate, because immediately 23-24 will be first year. So 23-24, 24-25, 25-26, completion of 3 years, there will not be any problem. But for fourth year, government has to create additional post also, because it will be like a natural growth. So government is also working on that, so that problem will be there. So friend, with this one, colleges will have a problem, but the point in this case is, if the colleges and especially the teachers, because we have seen this is all student centric method, and whatever happens is it is the responsibility of the teachers. So therefore all the teachers, you are participating in this, it is your responsibility to take maximum effort to improve or to implement, proper implement our national education policy. This word, I thank you for your interaction. Thank you very much. I thank Dr. Shinde for giving me this opportunity, and maybe if you have some questions, I will be happy to answer. अरे
Yes, yes. Question is there, sir. One kid, sir. Question is
हाँ
there. Shall I
एक
ask?
बंद कर.
Shall I
हाँ
ask question, sir?
हाँ एक मिनिट ते उघडतो स्क्रीनला
Shall,
जातो.
shall I ask question, sir? Am I audible, sir?
हाँ हाँ yes yes you can ask me. I may not be visible. Now he is connecting. Okay.
Yes, sir. New education policy is talking about uh,
हाँ
merger of colleges.
right.
New education policy is talking about autonomy by
Yes
the year, as you said, by the year 2035. All the
correct.
colleges in India will be autonomous and multidisciplinary.
Yes correct.
For making successful implementation of all these idealistic 2020 policy,
हाँ
how much financial budget should be there in true
no
sense
exactly no that's
in
what I
regards
told
of
you because
in,
yeah,
in regards of infrastructural development and as far as teachers financial condition is concerned.
right. No, your question is very valid, and I have told you that they have mentioned that National Research Foundation, but still I don't know whether anybody has got it during last 2 years. Similarly, 12B colleges which were having 12B status, they were getting grants under our various plans up to 12 plan, up to 2012, say 12 to 17, they got some grant for development grant, then merge schemes and other one. But I don't know whether colleges they have received any grant from UGC during last 5 years. There is no
Okay.
provision. There is no provision which is mentioned that they will provide, but who will provide? And
Yeah, yeah.
now the problem, as I told you, that 12B colleges, number of 12B colleges are also less. They will not get, and I have mentioned that 78% colleges are managed by private management, and out of them, only 13% are having grant in aid status. So now they said that like public-private partnership. So again, who will provide the money? It is not so easy.
Yeah.
Because even if they say that okay, that industry we can have some funds from industry, but industry will not provide the fund because everybody they want. What will be the benefit if you want to collaborate with them? What will be the collaboration useful for them? So in that case, we will have to prove first that we have the ability to help them, and then only they will collaborate with us so that they will provide some funds. Otherwise, it is difficult. But still, as I told you, that in a cluster, because once you form a cluster of 3, 4 colleges nearby, then you can share the infrastructural facilities so that that will solve some problem. But there again, I have mentioned that if it is managed by the same management, then it is easy. If it is managed by different management, then they may not accept it. For example, I mentioned one college is having A grade, another college is B or C grade or not accredited. They may not accept it, these problems, but this will be solved amicably with our discussions with each other, like cooperative societies. So once we cooperate with each other, then in long run we may have, because there will, for example, that A grade college, A grade college, if it is not having more than 3,000 students, naturally they will also have to collaborate or form a cluster. So they cannot say that we will not form a cluster because they also will not be eligible then.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really, thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
One director station is
yeah.
over to me now for vote of thanks, right?
Huh. Okay.
Dr. Aryas Mali, sir,
Yeah.
you have very lucidly, very simply, very beautifully, you have explained us this very much complicated 2020 education policy. Uh, your way of explanation was very simple. We have understood the policy at different level today, listening you. Dr. Mali sir, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time for delivering online lecture on this 2 days national level seminar